Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
There, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Podcast. I am Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is the sports outsider, Phil Ranta.
Happy Halloween!
Hey, pump the brakes, buddy.
What? It's right around the corner.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's around the corner.
This is our last pre-Halloween show, isn't it?
No.
Wait, isn't it?
Well, I guess the next one will come out after Halloween.
Yeah, we'll record it before Halloween, but we will release it after Halloween.
So if we record it, we will pretend that it's already happened.
That's true.
Phil, what are some of your favorite sports-related Halloween memories?
There was that one where Linus was in the pumpkin patch, and he's like, "There's gonna be a pumpkin," and then they're like, "Eh."
Arguably not sports-related.
Oh.
And by arguably, I mean not sports-related.
No, Lucy holds out the football for Charlie Brown, pulls it away sports-related.
Counter-argument by Phil.
There it is.
I was a baseball player a couple years when I went trick-or-treating.
Hey.
That would be my sports-related Halloween memory. Joel?
I guess I might have gone as Barry Sanders.
Boo.
Not in blackface, but
okay, then yay.
Wasn't going to ask that. I was
No.
I was assuming you did not as a child.
Well, here's the thing: if you're a child, you can totally get away with it.
Nope.
No, I don't
Yes,
think
you
so.
can.
Your parents would get a lot of dirty looks.
No, I don't.
Who would look at a little kid in Michigan in like 1991 with makeup on and a Barry Sanders jersey and
If it was blackface, a lot of people would look at it and
Yeah.
be like, this is inappropriate.
I think most people though would be like, well, he's 9.
No, most
Like,
people would look at the parents.
clearly-
Yeah,
and
people would be like, he's 9. These parents are awful people.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Well,
what
no,
I would
but
do.
they'd look at the kid. The kid, they'd just be like, "Oh, that's great. Your favorite athlete is Barry Sanders." And the parents, they'd be like, "It's a little iffy, but
Right.
since it's a little kid, we're gonna let it go."
Tim Tebow, update watch, update, alert.
Tim Tebow, update watch, update, alert. Brought to you by
Mentos? Feel the rush in your mouth? Alert?
There was no reason why everything else had to be an upward
There did not.
inflection.
That was way too slow. And even the drop guy
Yeah.
knew that was coming.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, the drop guy couldn't have known it was coming because it's just the drop machine.
Nah, well, the machines are going to take
Drop
over.
machine technology is pretty impressive.
Pretty
these days.
good.
It really picks up on how you're doing things.
St. Louis Rams, possibly interested in Tim Tebow. Possibly is bolded and underlined 5 times.
Few.
Well, Sam Bradford out for the season.
He is out for the season with an ACL tear, and as I originally wrote this...
Fantasy owner Joel Anderson of Sam Bradford knows that he's out for the season.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
We'll actually make it past tense because news has come out today. St. Louis Rams were possibly interested in Tim Tebow, but cooler heads prevailed.
Who?
What?
He went, ooh.
Oh, I thought you were
like
saying
he was
who?
getting the sexy shivers.
The Rams GM? That's who. NFL media columnist Michael Silver reported that the Rams organization had internally discussed the possibility of signing the former Bronco Jet and Patriot Tim Tebow. So it seems that they only said, why not, if the question was, should we at least bring this up and have a good laugh?
Okay, that's fair. That sounds more realistic.
I think we have audio of the conference room where they were discussing Tim Tebow.
Well, let's play that, Joel.
Yeah. Well, what about Tim Tebow?
Oh, this cigar is tasty.
Did you see that Frontline special? Why wasn't there sound effects?
I was on To Catch a Predator.
Sadly,
Wait, what member of the St. Louis front office was on To Catch a Predator?
Wait, I didn't hear anything. What are you talking
we'll
about?
never know. That was
Yeah, all we have is audio. We don't have-
unauthorized
we don't have
audio
video.
recording.
Wow.
Sadly, Jim Thomas, a sports writer for the St. Louis Dispatch, the hyphenated paper that was doing it before it was cool, took to Twitter to dispel any rumors and fun, saying, contrary to speculation, Tim Tebow's not coming to St. Louis. Man, we were so close to getting back in the game.
Yeah.
Kellen Clemens, Bradford's backup, will be the starter, and instead recently the St. Louis Rams signed Austin Davis and Notre Dame superstar Brady Quinn, which if I'm Tim Tebow, I'm bummed out about. I know he went to Notre Dame, but I love Jesus more.
Yeah. Who's Austin Davis?
He's a former Ram.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of him. Heard of Tim Tebow.
Not particularly good.
Yeah.
And you know what? Brady Quinn's not that much better. I got the stats to prove it. However, Tim Tebow's lifetime completion percentage under 50, and Brady Quinn's over 50. So, however, the touchdown to TD ratio much shifted in Tebow's favor.
Oh.
Although I believe he started less games.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is he on the incline or decline? I thought Tim Tebow was on the decline, so his stats are probably a little padded from when he was good, huh?
It's kind of hard to say because Tim Tebow was pretty much only good as a starter. But
That's
like
true.
no one has given him a chance to start since then because he was never really that good.
I think Brady Quinn's been like a physical trainer in like Newport, Rhode Island for the past couple years. He's been out of football.
Whoa,
Yeah.
in that case, you need practice. Practice is what makes perfect.
Tim Tebow update, watch update, alert.
Tim Tebow update, watch update, alert, brought to you by
Mentos, feel the rush of your mouth alert.
Thanks. All right, what do we got on the show
Kinda
today?
very
You said
timely.
thank you to the robot Dropbox.
I know,
I
that was
did.
weird of me. That was odd.
Yeah. Oh, so Jean,
No, it's pronounced Gene.
Yeah, it's
whatever. Our booker tells me that we have a surprise guest today. But that in honor of Halloween coming up, it's an extra spooky guest.
Oh, I'm scared already.
I like
yeah.
that.
So I don't know, some like a guy in a werewolf costume, something like that.
Oh, I hope
That
it's a
would
real
have
werewolf.
no place on a sports podcast.
Not true. Teen Wolf played basketball.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, Phil, we got a weird sport.
You're goddamn right we do, Jordan.
Thanks.
And World Series preview.
Yeah, we have a World Series preview. We have a new segment, Verifiable True Facts,
Oh.
World Series edition.
Oh,
That sounds like fun, like Jeopardy, only you're just going to tell us the answer.
And news.
News on the Sports Podcast with Jordan, Joel, and Phil.
News. Wacky soccer news.
What?
Columbian soccer team leaves away uniforms at home / forced to get creative.
What?
I can't wait to hear the rest of this story.
What uniforms did they play an astonishingly boring game of soccer in?
So Independiente Santa Fe had a Colombian Primavera A game
You are so white. You are the whitest human being
at
ever.
Boyaca Chico. Okay, so Santa Fe at Boyaca Chico. However, in a storyline deemed too broad for CBS comedies, Santa Fe's away jerseys did not make the trip. Luckily, they did have their home uniforms with them, but Boyaca Chico refused to wear their away uniforms to avoid matching, and thus it would not work for league rules because you can't have, you can't have both have a colored jersey or both can't have white jerseys.
They refused. The other team forgot their aways, and they forgot to wear aways at home.
No. The other team forgot their away jerseys, had their home jerseys.
Joel,
The home team could have helped them out by
Right.
wearing their away jerseys.
pulled a total dick move and said no.
They wouldn't. They were not being very accommodating to their guests from Santa Fe. And so
Dick move.
Dick move.
Huge dick move.
So to start the game, Santa Fe wears gray training shirts with white tape used for numbers.
That's awesome.
If you've ever chased a ball around for a while, you'd know you get sweaty. And when these Colombians playing in high humidity get all sweaty, gentlemen, hold your boners. The tape easily fell off their jerseys.
Ooh, yeah.
It's pretty hot.
So
Goodbye, tape.
Is the
Hello,
tape like
Jack.
slowly peeling off of their sweaty bodies?
Definitely.
Ooh.
They're eating their orange slices and Evian. It's dripping all over their T-shirts.
I am definitely going to my favorite Colombian soccer player porn site right after this.
So they sent a staff around to the streets outside the stadium to purchase counterfeit versions of the club's Umbro brand away shirt for the low price of 12,000 pesos. Do you know how much that is in American?
10.
Dollars.
$6.37.
Whoa, big spender.
Then the locker room was turned into summer camp arts and crafts tent as they used red marker to draw the numbers on the back.
Arts and crafts.
So they took the field in the second half wearing knockoff jerseys of their own jerseys.
That's awesome.
This is an audio podcast. The jersey, neck and arms were a medium red. And the white jerseys on the back, the numbers on them were a very obvious magenta.
Nice.
Like someone colored them in with a marker. There was no mistaking them for real jerseys.
Well, as Tim Gunn would say, they made it work.
Yeah, quick question.
Sure.
Why would it matter what number they have on?
I think it's just a league. I think it's a league rules thing. Players have to have numbers.
And the announcer has to be like, blah, 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 blah,
I mean, for
blah,
the
blah,
official
five,
scoring
blah, blah,
and
blah,
stuff
blah,
like
seven.
that.
Oh, yeah, and they write them down in a little
I mean, I
book
think it's
when
the
they get a
same
yellow
reason
card.
why, like, yeah. Basically,
Number 12 was a jerk.
the wise and all-knowing sports universe paid Boyaka Chico back for being dicks as Santa Fe won in a blowout 2-0.
There we go.
Woo! Wow, 2-0. 2 goals in this game.
That must have been very exciting for 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
Oregon's defensive coordinator hates Washington State for trying.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. This past Saturday, the Oregon Ducks beat the Washington State Cougars 62-38. However, that was not good enough for Oregon defensive coordinator Nick Alada, who said the Cougars' decision not to run the ball in the fourth quarter was, quote, low class, unquote.
Nice.
Wait. Was Washington State ahead?
No, they were way behind. Exactly.
He wanted them to quit?
Washington State was losing 55-24 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and as such, continued to pass.
As you would, unless you're being like a total
You're right, unless you're packing it in.
cheeseball.
I think
Yeah.
it's a coward move.
Without one hand off in the fourth quarter. Eladi said, in the end, he was still throwing at a time when most guys would try to end the game and go home, he said, referring to head coach Mike Leake. I'm kind of stunned he would keep his quarterback and crew in there. And he still threw the ball with 20 seconds. I didn't think he'd throw the ball with 20 seconds left, but he did.
Wow.
They want stats. They got stats. But we got the most important stat. That's the W, and we're happy about it.
He's so aggressive. I want him to be my stepdad.
They got the stats at the expense of his defense, which, little porous guy.
Yeah.
If you knew what he was going to do, and this is a Mike Leach offense, he's going to pass. Why can't you stop him, huh, big guy?
Did he consider that it was possible that they did not know how to run any running plays?
It is possible. But basically, they knew what he was going to do. You still gave up 38 damn points. So shame on you, Oregon defensive coordinator.
Also, like, I can understand being a little upset. Like, it's like when they foul a lot at the end of a basketball game that's clearly over, and like, shit, you're going to make me sit around for another 10 minutes to watch the end of this game. I get a little annoyed. I'm not going to call somebody out publicly for not quitting before the game is over.
That's because you're not aggressive enough, Joel. You need to kick dirt on them.
Well, it's like you said. You thought he was calling them low class for being ahead and still passing.
Right.
Which would be
That's
low class.
the story that we're listening to here. I've heard that story
Right.
time and time again.
Right. The good news out of this is Cougars quarterback Connor Holiday broke Drew Brees' record for pass attempts in a FBS college football game, ending the day with
I'm
89.
guessing not completions or passing yardage.
No, he was 58 for 89.
He
Wow,
attempted
not bad.
89 passes
That's
in
what
a
I
game?
just said. Mike Leach was disappointed. Hey, he probably wanted the century mark. He
Sweet Christ.
Yeah, who do you think's going to be the first to top 100?
Yeah, ice the arm down, buddy.
58 for 89. That's a 65.2%
Okay,
completion
so that's pretty
percentage.
good.
557 yards, 4 attempts, and 4 interceptions. Quarterback rating 123.6.
That sounds like either a very high number or a very low number.
It's a pretty good quarterback rating.
But you know,
that might also demonstrate that apparently there's a certain number of pass attempts where the quarterback rating ceases to be an acceptable statistic.
this sounds like a wildly entertaining football game to watch.
Yeah.
And doesn't Oregon defensive coordinator Nick Alada or Aladi, whatever it was, doesn't he want people to have fun?
Apparently not.
Maybe.
He wants them to quit before the game is over. Nick Alada, not American.
No, not at all. NBA Finals format change. Subheadline, just read whatever Bill Simmons had to say about this. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I know you guys don't like him from other podcasts.
Jordan doesn't. I'm okay with Bill
okay.
Simmons. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like him.
I like Gene Simmons. He rock and rolls all night, and then he has the energy to party every day.
I thought it was part of every day.
Oh, is it?
I
Like,
would've
because he has
sworn-
to sleep eventually? Is that
I want to rock and roll all night and part of every day.
Oh, yeah.
I think
so-
it might be party every day.
It is. That's it. I was referencing a joke from Will and Grace.
Ha ha! The joke's on you.
It is. NBA owners voted unanimously to change the NBA Finals format from 2-3-2 to 2-2-1-1-1.
Oh, I'm totally in favor of this.
Yeah?
I don't know
I
what
don't
it
care that
means.
much because it's the NBA, but yeah, I never liked the 2-3-2.
The 2-3-2 format began in 1985 following several finals between the Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers.
Where everyone was flying back and forth.
Right. It was difficult to travel across the country at the time. Teams flew commercial airlines.
Oh.
And the NBA itself was on several government assistant programs such as WIC and Medicaid due to David Stern's creative accounting.
Yeah.
That's David Stern.
Yeah.
David Stern called it an easy sell to owners and LeBron James to help add competitive balance and align the finals format with the rest of the playoffs. To ease the transition, an extra day will be added to the schedule between games 6 and 7, but only if LeBron James needs it. Stern would go on to say, there's been a sense amongst our teams that in a 2-2 series, it's not fair for the Heat. For the team with the better record to be away for game 5. It's not fair for the better team, Heat, let's be honest here, in terms of record, to spend as many days as 8 days away from home.
Yeah, they're going to miss that Miami sun dancing on the beach.
Also, it's so much fun when it's, like a team wins game 6 to force a game 7 back at home.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I remember, I think I want to say it was like in 2002. The Red Wings did that against had to go on the road for game 6 and they won and they got game 7 at home against the Avalanche.
I remember
was
that.
a big deal. I feel like you take some of that away when it's the 2-3-2.
But what about the jet lag?
Yeah, there's probably some of that.
Oh, okay.
But see, they don't fly commercial anymore. They're in baller flights.
Oh, they have
Baller
private jets
with
with
that
the
little
sexy
cocoons that's for seats that you sit in.
All the flight attendants
They're
are
getting-
all like wearing nothings.
They're getting blown the entire way there and back. They can totally put up with the jet lag.
And in outdated news, the owners reaffirmed a dribbling optional clause, unanimously passed a vote of no confidence in defense, and tabled the proposal to change NBA regular season overtime to a slam dunk contest judged by celebrity panelists.
Why not a buzzer beater?
All right, Phil, joining
Yes.
us now is our extra spooky special guest.
I cannot wait to find out who this
so
is.
send him in, Gene, and my God,
Hello.
Well,
It's me,
is you? Are you wearing
Lucifer.
a costume?
No. Satan.
he's got goat feet.
I'm the Dark Prince.
I don't feel comfortable with
This
this
is
at all, Phil.
Gene really screwed this up.
Gene did not screw it up. Gene's an old friend. He put in a call.
How does Gene know Satan?
That's how he's.
You
French
have
and
the
his name
Lord
is
of
Gene.
Darkness. This is a hell of a get. Why do people always act this way when I show up at
No,
their
we
podcast?
don't. I'm not a I'm not a furd.
I'm happy to have you here.
I'm
Yes.
responsible for 80% of the world's podcasts. I'm a little upset that I'm not getting a better welcome.
That's why the Nerdist is so popular.
Oh, you take it easy on Nerdist, Phil.
No, I feel like we should ask questions or.
This is a sports
Fire
podcast.
away! I am the
Sports.
second most powerful entity in the universe.
Oh, who's the first most powerful entity?
Oh, it's God. I wish it weren't, but it is.
Yeah, that's why you lost.
One
the
of
war.
these
That's why you left
days,
the downstairs.
though.
I always think of that like the teenage kid has to sleep in the downstairs, the parents sleep in the upstairs because they're just a tier below. It's kind of like heaven
Kind of
and
like that, but
Wait,
it's also because the basement is like super cool. It has Led Zeppelin posters
hell. Oh,
everywhere.
is there pot in hell?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Well, can you? This is a sports podcast. Which like Satan, Lucifer?
Yeah. You can go with Lou
Beelzebub.
or Lucy. I'm okay with Lucy.
Yeah, that feels
sounds
a little
like
weird
a
to me.
girl's
So Lou, can you? What is your opinion on sports? What do you think is you seem to be somewhat a negative guy. You're the devil. What's wrong with sports?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues right now. I mean, I think the rules are too simple in almost every sport. Pay for superstars way too low.
Too low.
Too
Ticket
low.
prices also way too low.
What? The ticket prices are rather high.
Yeah, I'd like to see more CBA related work stoppages. I'd definitely be a big fan of that one. And the popularity of ice hockey is just out of control.
Oh,
You're saying the opposite of what one would regularly say.
You know what? The ice hockey thing I understand because you're a Heat guy. You like the Heat. You like the.
I can't go to games. I got to watch them on TV, and anybody will tell you ice hockey way better life. Or at least that's what they say. I don't know. I melt the ice as soon as I walk in.
Oh, does that mean you go to field hockey games?
Yeah, and it's
that
not
sucks.
the same thing.
I can imagine.
Not the same thing. Field hockey, my idea.
That was your idea.
That was mine.
You should be ashamed
I
of
pitched
yourself.
it.
All right, now you're a guy who's into some bad stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what can you tell us about injuries?
Well, hey, I watched that piece on Frontline, the whole
Right.
thing about League of Denial, the NFL and the concussions.
Oh yeah, it's a huge issue.
God, that made me queasy.
right?
That was ridiculous. I cannot believe the NFL was doing that. I mean, normally that's the sort of thing that I would know about. And wow, I did not know about it, and that is creepy. Creepy.
So that
Those
was
guys
not
have brain
on you.
injuries.
But do you cause other injuries?
Pretty much every other injury other than brain injury.
you don't
man.
deal in
brain
head trauma.
injuries. Is that
No,
God?
absolutely not. I screwed up Miguel Cabrera's groin.
Oh, you
Ah.
dick.
That was me.
Oh.
Wow! Don't mess with a man's groin.
All right, well,
I do all the time.
Hell.
Have you ever failed to get an erection?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was me.
What? No wonder I couldn't get one during the spelling bee in 6th grade. I was trying so hard.
Yeah, but you know that one kid who did get one in the spelling bee? That
Yeah.
was me too.
What?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want it. That makes sense.
Lucifer works
Sure
in
thing.
mysterious ways.
I absolutely do.
All right,
Keep them coming. This is fun. We're just rapping.
we touched on him earlier. Tim Tebow.
Oh,
Thoughts?
yeah. Yeah. You know, the only reason he's gotten this far is because of me.
What?
Really?
No, I mean, I'm sorry. Because I was focused on baseball.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was gonna say he's kind
I
of
mean, I totally let that one slip through the cracks because I'll usually spend a lot of time focused on baseball.
Right.
That makes sense.
Why do you think the Yankees win so much?
All right, well, speaking of the Yankees, you got the Red Sox in the World Series. They've been one of the most successful teams of the last decade.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, even I got sick of the Yankees for a while.
Really?
Decided I got to back another horse, and I was like, hey, people will realize how shitty the Red Sox are once they start winning.
Oh, but I feel like it
Boom,
was like a
Satan right in
feel-good story. Like, I feel like
It
a lot
wasn't
of people-
04. I watched and I laughed because I knew by 07 everyone's going to hate him.
That's fair.
What about Tim Tebow's former team, the New York Jets?
Oh, yeah, favorite team. Love the Jets.
That is your favorite team.
Absolutely. Not so much the team, but the fans are great.
They boo their draft picks. They're kind of
Absolutely.
surly.
The New York Jets fans are my kind of people. My kind of people.
But they're horribly mean, Lucy.
my kind of people.
What is your least favorite football team or least favorite sports team across the board?
Least favorite sports team. Let me see. You know, every time one of those retarded kids gets handed the ball at a football game and
Oh,
they
I
all
don't
let
like
him
where
run
this is
for a
going.
touchdown?
You
I
mean
don't
like
like
at
where
the
this is
spring
going.
scrimmage?
Right,
Nebraska
exactly.
had this at their
Whatever,
spring
yeah.
scrimmage. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
Nebraska, right there, least favorite team
Oh.
because of that.
Oh.
Prior to that, big fan, Tom Osborne, letting all of his guys rape people. That was right up my alley.
Wait, were you causing like Jerry Sandusky? Is that you?
I've got no association with Jerry Sandusky.
Oh, okay. Phew.
Absolutely
Eric's roller coaster.
none whatsoever.
What about so we're kind of on the topic of college football. Season's in full swing. The first
Yeah.
BCS standings came out. Do you have any thoughts on those?
Love the BCS standings. I designed that system.
Wait, that was you, the BCS.
That was absolutely mine. I totally designed
God,
it. I
that's
can't
awful.
believe they're going to a playoff.
Oh, the playoffs going to be so much better than the BCS.
Oh, that's ridiculous. There's not going to be nearly as much like biased polling and weird computer shit.
Jordan, don't fight with Satan.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I might be seeing you later.
Oh, I think he's hitting on you, Jordan.
I hope not.
I swing both ways.
Okay,
That's fair.
another thing I feel like I don't know if this is something that you're into because it's a big international celebration, the Olympics, where all these countries put their differences
Oh, I'm
aside.
super excited about the Olympics.
Really?
Could not imagine a better host than Russia.
Well,
One of my
Really?
favorite places, Russia. Absolutely. And all the shit Putin's doing right now,
Yeah.
not a better world leader out there than Putin, except maybe that guy in Syria.
Oh, what about Barack Obama? He's great.
Ah, I'm sort of off and on with him.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
in terms of Putin, what can you tell us about those? Can you give us any?
Clamping down on gay people.
Can you tell us the dirt on him, like those photos of him riding horses, shirtless, and wrestling bears? So are those real?
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, him and I, we were having like a weekend hunting trip. We do that periodically.
You were the photographer? You're such a shutterbug.
I wish I could be the photographer, but actually the radiating heat damages, anything that I touch. But
Sure.
they took him while I was off at the John,
Okay.
taking a dump.
Satan takes dumps? That must be the scariest dump
Absolutely. Where do you think New Jersey came from?
ever.
Oh, this guy's always on.
Look out.
Yeah. Keep them coming, guys. What else do you want to know about?
Here's well, I don't know if this is you or if this is not you. What would you be your opinion on? But soccer, popular worldwide.
Love soccer.
Really?
Really hoping it catches on in the United States.
son of a
but it's
bitch.
so
I've been trying to
boring.
make that happen for so long.
And we've thus far successfully batted you away. Has that been the will of the people, or has that been God?
Both. I mean, God doesn't have to get involved usually because most rational people hate soccer.
All right, NBA season's starting. Who do you like this year in the
Miami
final?
Heat. I would think that would be obvious.
People-
Even the
oh,
mascot works
Heat.
with me.
I see, because you like it hot because you're in hell.
All right. Well, anyway, I got to get going, guys. I got a dinner date. Have dinner with Bill Belichick. Just want to pick that guy's brain for a little while.
Get some pointers, some tips.
Yeah, just a couple of pointers. The guy's on point. But it's been good to see you. Pardon me while I disappear.
Oh, okay. Oh. Whoa. The ground just opened up and demons dragged him down.
Hey, guys. I'm back. What happened to my chair?
Wow. Well,
I have burritos. Who is the super spooky guest?
Oh, it's Satan.
Like Satan?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Satan.
No, like the devil. I think we're his friends now.
Oh, dear.
Verifiable True Facts World Series Edition.
It's like trivia without the trivia. Brought to you by...
Ritz crackers covered in salt.
That is a great sponsorship we picked up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, I've talked to the
Ritz
Ritz
is
guys.
big.
Yeah.
Not a great drop, though.
What? That explains them. They're covered in salt.
Well, I think Ritz,
I
the Ritz
like the
cracker,
salt,
the
but
product
usually-
speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
a tasty, buttery, salty cracker.
Yeah.
Sour cream and chives.
They should have said buttery.
Yeah, but
Well,
they didn't. I
yeah,
don't quite
they
get
didn't.
it. All right, verifiable true facts.
Verifiable True Facts World Series Edition. Boston Red Sox. You're on the clock. In September, a live cardinal was actually found in Mike Napoli's beard. After it was examined, it was determined the bird was healthy and actually had better bone structure than Napoli. Sorry about your degenerative hip condition.
What is?
Oh, wow.
What is?
that was
cold-blooded?
astonishingly mean to Mike Napoli.
No, there's no trivia here.
I thought it was like trivia.
No, we're just giving the facts. There's no questions.
Oh, I thought because okay, I thought it
Remember
was
before
trivia.
we said it was like Jeopardy, but not?
I tuned out after like Jeopardy.
During the ALCS, in which the Boston Red Sox dispatched the Detroit Tigers in 6 games, things were often tense for Red Sox fans. However, in a breakthrough for the Harvard Linguistic Department, sound waves were used to determine that even the Fenway faithful's bated breath had an irritating accent.
What is Barack Obama?
No, Phil, that's not how you play.
I thought
Also,
that's
how
what-
could that possibly be the question?
Oh, he went to Harvard.
Also, during the ALCS, in living rooms across America, jokes about the Boston Marathon bombing were viewed in poor taste, while jokes about Detroit's bankruptcy and violent crime rate were deemed acceptable and hilarious. I am holding a mirror up to you, society.
What is Belle Isle?
Tip
that
hit.
kind of worked.
Society declined to comment.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Society's, not being fair about it.
In an effort to squeeze more money out of the postseason, Major League Baseball will play 7-inning exhibition baseball games in the downtime during Boston Red Sox at-bats.
That's
St. Louis
good.
Cardinals, they step out of the box lot. They take
Yeah.
forever in their at-bats. It's really obnoxious.
That sucks.
I mean, they take like Red Sox batters are taking like 30 or 40 timeouts over the course of an at bat.
It slows down an
Yeah.
already slow game. I love baseball. It's a little slow.
Yeah.
St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals were one of 3 teams for the NL Central Division to make the postseason, a first for baseball. The Cardinals are not used to such competition, and for the first time this year, they stopped labeling every division opponent as Chicago Cubs in the schedule posted in the clubhouse.
What is Nelly?
Close. The St. Lunatics.
Oh, okay.
It's the St. Lunatics.
Close.
To make it to the NLCS, first the Cardinals had to defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates, who were competing in their first postseason since 1992. To make the Pirates fans visiting Busch Stadium during the NLDS feel more at home, food vendors sold food in indecomposable styrofoam. People passed out Hurricane Andrew support T-shirts, and beer was sold without Surgeon General warning labels.
Hey, who is Johnny Depp?
Actually, they do that for everyone, so don't feel so special.
That makes
Pittsburgh.
sense.
I was going to say, what is industrial waste?
Nice. During the NLCS,
That's 1 for me, 0 for Phil.
What do you mean 0? I've gotten like 6 right?
he nailed the. Well, you were close on St. Lunatics.
Okay.
During the NLCS, the curmudgeonly Cardinals complained of the Dodgers' celebratory gestures, calling them, quote, Mickey Mouse antics, which is really offensive considering that the Dodgers' fist bumps, yelling, and clapping was due to a severe bath salts problem in the clubhouse.
Who is Ed Asner?
No.
Let's see. I'm going to go with who is anti-Semitic studio owner?
No, both of those are incorrect.
Dang it.
What?
And lastly, everyone will tell you that St. Louis is a great baseball town, but what they won't tell you is it's an even better bath salts town.
What is the Arch of the Covenant?
What is Bed Bath & Beyond?
Verifiable True Facts World Series Edition.
Just like trivia without the trivia. Brought to you by
Ritz Crackers is a bunch of salt on it. For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
Nailed the high note on that one.
Yeah.
I know, I was going for it.
Sometimes you're a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
This time, totally nailed
Been
it.
taking vocal lessons.
That's
Yeah.
important.
Yes.
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. This week's Weird Sport. Tag.
No.
No.
Yep.
No.
Tag is neither weird nor obscure nor any of that.
Give me a chance, guys. Can I give you a quick spoiler? There are 25 different versions of Tag
What?
in the Wikipedia article for Tag.
I think I can name 2.
All right. Well, let's back it up a little bit.
Oh,
for
no,
those,
3.
There's normal Tag and there's like creepy
Frozen Tag.
Hey, that's
Oh, yeah.
number 8. All right.
I'm sorry. Stepping on your toes.
Let me take a step back for those of you who have never heard of this game called Tag.
Please explain it.
Tag, also known as It,
This segment for idiots.
and many other names, is a playground game that involves one or more players chasing other players in an attempt
Wait,
to
did you
tag.
say also known as It?
Yeah.
Who's ever called it It?
Probably British people.
Probably British
fucking
people.
British.
Yeah. Oh,
people.
you won't play It.
We could play it in the laboratory after we take vitamins on
Oh,
schedule.
yes.
Zed.
And study our aluminium.
Yeah. Lift, Lou. Ugh. They usually touch with their hand. There are many variations.
Wait, hey,
Whoa. When do you not touch with your hand?
I have a feeling that's a variation on the game.
Actually, there was a version of Tag I played a few nights ago with Phil's mom that was a lot of fun and did not involve hands at
Hey,
all.
that's number 5.
Okay.
All right. There are many variations. Most forums have no team scores or equipment. Number 1 is just called Tag. Tag.
Wait, I just want to say back up. No equipment, scores, or team names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally.
Get that out of the way.
All right.
Well, we haven't really heard any of the rules of Tag yet.
Basic rules. A group of players, 2 or more, decide who's going to be it, often using a counting game such as Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. We'll do that as a weird sport another time. The player is selected to be it and then chases the other, attempting to get close enough to tag them, touch them with their hand, while the others try to escape. A tag makes the tagged player it, in some variations.
Is there any sort of limitation to the playing surface? Or can you potentially just run as far as you can?
Bans
ran so
and
far
restrictions. Tags and other chasing games have often been banned in some schools in the United States. I thought this was going to be about the amount.
Wait,
No, there's
anything
no
planned.
restrictions.
Did
As
they
long
try
as
to dodgeball Tag?
Oh, here's the one where they talk about where you can run. Players are may be safe from being tagged under certain circumstances if they are within a predetermined area, off the ground, or when touching a particular structure,
Oh, these
often
are all...
known as goal or dell.
Nope.
Probably
No.
British people.
Usually it was base. If you're on the base, you're okay. Wait, what schools have made tag illegal?
Let me
What kind
check
of
down
fascist?
on here.
This is ridiculous.
Here's one. In 2008, a 10-year-old boy in Omaha, Nebraska, died from brain injury suffered from falling onto a metal pole while playing tag.
Did they ban tag? Because it's not
You
tag's
just cannot
fault.
account for that. That sounds
Yeah.
more like
Yeah.
push.
You can also fall while walking. That's ridiculous.
A school dinner lady in Dorset was left partially paralyzed after a 13-year-old boy playing tag ran into her in 2004. I shouldn't laugh about
that's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, her claim for damage was rejected by 3 Court of Appeal judges who ruled the boy had not broken any school rules by playing the game. There's a whole bunch of other
I like
ways.
the idea of a judge just doing his gavel and thing. Sorry, partially paralyzed woman. Boys will be boys.
Yeah. And the boys will be boys ruling of 2004.
So you
All
got-
right, but I sped through that because we're halfway done with weird sports. I want to get to the variations.
I wanna hear 'em
Let's
all of
hear
them.
the variation.
All right, number 1, British Bulldogs. In the game British Bulldogs, mainly played in the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and the Commonwealth countries, it is banned from many schools. 1 or 2 players start as the Bulldogs, who stand in the middle of a play area while the other players stand at the end of one area. The aim is to run from one end of the playing area to the other without being caught by the Bulldogs. When the player is caught, they become a Bulldog themselves. The last player to win is called free.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a variation.
Yeah.
A little bit like Red Rover to some degree.
No, because you're not trying to
'cause you're not
bust
trying-
through.
yeah.
That is something that's been banned in schools because
Yeah.
kids were getting.
It made me think of
Red
20
Rover was dangerous. I do remember
It's
that.
kind of
that
like
was a lot of
28
fun.
days later, where if the zombies catch you, you become a zombie. You gotta get.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I'd call it
Be
in
a
the
much
modern
better
day.
name than
Number
Bulldog.
3.
Number 2.
Number
Well,
2.
I guess number 3 because the original tag is number. All right, number 3, chain tag. This is a variation of build-ups. We'll be going after that later. Which each person is caught, who is caught, joins hands with the person who's
And is beaten by a chain.
Yep, the chain. Yes, they're beaten to death by a chain.
Right.
No, when
That
they're
one
it,
also banned in a lot of schools.
when they're it, they join hands, and then the chain keeps getting longer and longer.
Oh. That's
Um,
actually got to make it harder to be it at a certain point.
It's like centipede.
Yeah. Number
the
4,
blob.
octopus tag. Octopus tag's a mix between Red Rover and tag. It, or octopus, attempts to tag the other players. The playing field is known as the ocean, of course. The players, or fish, of course, line up along the side of the ocean when the octopus calls out, "Come, fishies, come!" They try to run to the other side without getting tagged. In a variation, the fish run to the other side without getting tagged. The game causes till the octopus starts it again. So it's kind of like stop and go.
Okay.
We're going to go on. Duck, duck, goose. Considered a form of tag. You all know how to play it. We're moving on.
I don't know. We explained tag earlier. Maybe we need to explain.
I
duck,
think
duck,
there's
goose.
a lot of controversy there because I don't think not everyone would agree with that assessment. That's part of tag.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll explain.
I can see.
No,
how
no,
it's
you don't
in
have
the
to explain. I was
family.
just saying.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
do
Go
think.
ahead and move on. People don't talk.
This is the one that Joe was talking about when he insulted my mom. Kiss chase.
Oh.
Kiss chase, also referred to as catch and kiss, is a tag variant in which tagging is performed by kissing. The members of one gender are it. And once they get the players from the opposite sex until everyone is caught, when the roles are reversed. This is a very old school way of looking at kiss chase. I think it's okay for boys to play kiss chase with other boys.
I've been playing this game with your mom for the last 15 years, Phil.
Fuck you, Joel. The next one, last tag. Last tag was played in the early 20th century when it was a way to say goodbye when leaving for school for home. A player tags another and makes them it before leaving on their way home. There's no tagging back because they have left. It was a point of honor not to be left with the last tag. A player unable to tag someone by the end of the game was it the next day. They had to live for 24 hours being it. Horrible fate.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to start going through them quickly because we're really running out of time. So you can look these up yourself at home. Have a grand old time doing research. Here are the rest of them. Shipwrecked, freeze tag, infection tag, cops and robbers, manhunt, prisoner's base. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Spud, blind man's bluff, computer tag, flashlight tag, kick the can, laser tag, fox and geese, muckle, paintball, and sock tag. Also see, these are other variants, but they're considered far enough away. Assassin, capture the flag, flag football, humans versus zombies, Marco Polo, pie, sharks and minnows, and touch rugby.
Wow.
That's all the ways you can play tag. You guys thought this was going to be boring.
You know what? Stand corrected, Phil. This was one of the better weird sports we've ever done.
I truly think this was any other weird sport.
And that comes to an end another Weird Sport!
Tag, you're it.
Citizens of Podcast Town, thanks for joining us on another sports podcast. But before we go, Phil would like to give you our contact information.
You can email us at sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast. That's at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching sports podcast in your little top bar thingy. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at stitcher.com and search sports podcast. You can find us on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/comedypodnet to find our episodes. While you're there, make sure to check out me playing Tecmo Super Bowl as the 1991 Detroit Lions. You can find us on iTunes by searching sports 3 space podcast. That's sports 3 all one word space podcast, or find all of our back episodes at comedypodcastnetwork.com.
Hey.
Hey, Joel.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah. Apparently Satan really enjoyed his interview. He sent us like a fruit salad as a thanks.
I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, I don't want to touch
well,
that fruit.
it's mostly grapes and melon. So
I'm allergic to melon.
yeah,
He knew.
lights off.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.